looking for blockers. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So SMU's offense will have the football first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that...
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
And that's going to be the challenge for this offense tonight, is holding up against this pass rush. They are one of the best defenses in the entire nation because of their ability to get pressure on the quarterback. They're going to have to do a much better job tonight protecting their guy, or they've got no shot.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Trying to move that pile forward. He maybe gets two. He's down at the 21. You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. The Mustangs will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So Washington's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager. That's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. The Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Steps away. Takes a hit as he fires. Wide open, makes the catch.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
The linebacker's showing off a little bit of athletic ability, playing some man coverage. A lot of times those guys don't play this all the time, so you see him kind of get...
And he runs it in for the score! Touchdown, Husky! Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Nice move to keep running. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain. It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Gardner. Unloads to the wideout. Lost the defense, he's wide open. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. To the air on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw it. Quickly to the tight end.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
He'll keep it himself. Turning it on. All down, but he was enough to move the chains. And the Mustangs kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Grabs it in the middle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Rushes on him. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. And it slips just inside that right upright. And that'll bring him to within 4. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Boston College showed its toughness on the road and picked up a crucial victory, and every win counts, don't get me wrong. But the victories outside of the comforts of home can really serve as a springboard. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Snagged out in the air. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to go up top. It's complete on the right side. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Hand off from the shotgun. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. Finds us back in the middle. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Trying play action. Here's the pressure. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense,
sends it downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Washington sends out the punt team. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Oh, and the ball's out on the return. And the punt team able to swing him to the ground.
Returners don't get many shots, right? Like, they only get a few shots a game. They want to maximize it. You're not going to get any shots if you don't secure the football. Got to take care of the football, big fella.
Reads it, fires complete. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quick completion to the right. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now on the option. Shakes off the defender. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game. And all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. It's complete to the left. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. This offense can get a jolt of momentum headed to the locker room if they can take the lead here. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. After losing yardage on first down, 2nd and goal from the 10. He makes the grab. Going for the goal line. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Trying to barge their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, SMU. On to attempt the try.
And how about this offensive line? 3rd and goal, you gotta have it. They flew off of the ball. They got some push. They made that easy on the running back to score that touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And here's the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. He's got the tight end, and he's brought down after a nice gain. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. And he'll just get rid of that one.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw again. Firing to the right, complete. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. From the 22 on 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to go up top on first down. It's caught. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Buys a little time. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. They're working that left side. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Davis. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Forced out of the pocket. Bought a little time, lets it go. To the end zone, and it's picked off. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
He spins away from the defender. He finds enough room to get it over the 10-yard line, and he's down at 13. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great scene today in Seattle. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to our guys inside Husky Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. We're just about ready to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Not a lot of scoreboard fireworks from these guys in the first half, but they've got a chance here after making some halftime adjustments.
Yeah, and remember, it just takes one play to kick the door open, and all of a sudden there's a lot more confidence again. So which guy on this offense can hit the big home run and break this thing open?
Well, and the good thing is it's such a low-scoring game. I'm still very much in this. I can be who I am, make a few tweaks, make a few adjustments, and get this offense running.
And the catch along the sideline will come up a little short of the first down. And the Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Moves away as he feels pressure. Throwing on the run. He's got it inside the 30. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. Washington has a lot of things working, set up with another first down. Oh, they're after him. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. That's caught. It's Davis. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Washington wants to go quickly. The give on the option. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got his man quickly. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. And this will be a short one from about 21 yards out. No good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
And these are the ones that make me want to remove kickers from the game. I mean, this is a chip shot field goal. It should be an automatic 3. He misses. Wasted drive, wasted opportunity.
Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Pocket breaking down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And I think this team knew going into halftime, trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. But on the very first play of the third quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
Pass interference, defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Give to the back. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Quick touch pass to the receiver. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's got him.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Throws to the back. He's got it on the move. And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? They thought they had the lead, and the flag breaks their heart, and now they'll have to try it again. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Complete to the left. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Still looking on the move. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes.
Touchdown, Washington. They move on top here in the 4th.
Man, how about this quarterback right away saying, I got to get rid of the football. There's a lot of guys near the line of scrimmage. He spits it out, and I let my receiver do the rest. Let my playmaker make me look really good. Really nice pitch and catch. And guess what? You got the lead now in the 4th quarter.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Bohannon. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Dropping back, it's Gardner. Got it in the middle, it's Peace. This guy just oozes toughness when he runs, bangs his way to the 20. The Mustangs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. On the ground, it's Peace. He's going to lose a yard on that one. This Husky defense, David, it's like they've got Vita Vea and Steve Emptman up front, Joe Tryon as a backer, and Marcus Peters in the secondary. There's purple everywhere.
You're right, from front to back. Guys up front of the defensive line eating them up, doing a great job in the secondary at linebacker. Complete performance from this UW defense.
And the Mustangs getting set on 1st and 10. From the gun. Give on the inside. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Leaves it with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Under fire. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. The Mustangs line up to punt it away. Hauls it in and looking upfield. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Out of the gun, the inside give. Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high-percentage passes.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game.
And that hurts on defense, giving up the first on the ground like that. We're in a one-possession game. You've got all 3 timeouts. I think you got to start burning them here to save some clock.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now the play fake. Bringing the heat. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Under fire. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. To throw, it's Flowers. With the catch, it's Harris. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. The Huskies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Motion from the wideout. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Now, you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there. more and more, making him scramble out of the pocket to the right, that's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. They'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
They stop him short, and now they'll get the ball back here in the fourth quarter. Wants to throw on first down. Hauls it in. How about the power there to get it across the 20 and up to the 21-yard line? Let's see what they've got on second down. Holding throws off the RPO. And he is brought down, but what a move he put on that first defender. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Through the air, it's Gardner. It's on target and complete. And he left the first defender grabbing at air before he was finally tackled. Looking downfield on first down. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Back to pass on second down. Makes the grab. It's Peace. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. A great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting him get some positive yards.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Fires to the big fella. They bring him down at the 44-yard line. It'll be fourth down, but this might be prime go-for-it territory. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's taking the deep shot. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. Great job by the defense. Not closing the door completely, but stopping the momentum late in the game when you already got a lead. Nice job, D.
It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling the close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.